त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैः एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम्
Tribhir gunamayair bhavai. Bhava, thoughts. Tribhi, of the three kinds, triple kinds. Gunamayair, made up of gunas, made up of the three climatic or moods, the sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. Bhavai, by those three kinds of thoughts, meaning all the entire thought in your life. Thought potential in your mind and intellect. Good, bad and indifferent. By them, ebhi sarvamidam jagat. This is available everywhere in the world. Gunamayi bhavaihi. By these, ebhihi, by these, sarvamidam jagat, all this world. Jagat is a peculiar word. Jagati iti jagat. Jagat meaning that realm which is jugu changing. Jagati iti jagat. The realm of change. The realm of change is Einsteinian world of time and space. All that is conditioned in time. All that is conditioned in time is the vasanas, the body, the mind, the intellect, the individuality and the world of objects, emotions and thought. All these are conditioned by time. The timeless is beyond them all. The timeless, the infinite, the changeless, the immutable. These are all the time-bound and therefore mortal, finite, changeable, perishable, evanescent. All these by the three gunas, mohitam, deluded by them. Deluded by them, the misconception that I am bound by my own thoughts. When the good thoughts are come, I am a good man. Bad thoughts come, I am a bad man. Indifferent thoughts, I am an indifferent man. What can I do, Jamaji? Such thoughts come to me, what can I do? I am not really bad-tempered, but then sometimes anger comes to me and I don't know. I am helpless. Yeah, confusion has come in your mind that you are bound by them. Instead of understanding that they are in me, we have come to the conclusion that I am in them. Full stop. Think of it. When you consider I am in them, you have to dance to their tune at all times. Mohidam. And therefore, as a PFT, abhijana, the individual entity, you and I, cannot abhijana, they cannot recognize. At this moment we are so deluded, so blinded by our own thoughts and feelings and activities. We in our level of this consciousness, the egocentric consciousness, all that we can think of only a mad onrush to acquire, possess, embrace and enjoy and indulge the world of objects, seek your satisfaction in the fields of emotions or fulfillment in the world of thoughts. Other than that, no preoccupation ever in us. Even if you are told that there is something higher, you say, shut up, there is higher. You can't see it. Even you explain. All philosophers are like that. I don't understand. I will not understand. I cannot understand. What are you talking? It is very difficult. This is our attitude. Why? You are so much deluded by them. Deluded by these triguna thoughts of the three kinds. The thought world has become so much cocooned by our thoughts. We have become caught up in the web of our own thoughts that you cannot remove it and come out. To hatch ourselves from the entanglement of the mind and intellect is to come out and recognize my oneness with it. That is why a student of Vedanta, a Brahmin, one who is a seeker of Brahman, not by accidentally becoming the son of a Brahmin. You don't become a Brahmin. Or else how many doctors there will be in America? Because all doctors have got on an average 3 children. Doctor's child becomes a doctor? No. Unless that child develops and trains himself and becomes a doctor, then only he can become a doctor. A doctor's son is not because I am the son of a doctor, you don't become a doctor. When you are the son of a doctor, there is a better chance of you becoming a doctor because from childhood onwards you are seeing. A carpenter's son has got a chance of becoming a carpenter. A mason's son has got a better chance of becoming a mason because he is seeing his dad doing it and join with the dad and slowly learn. Thus a Brahmin son has got a better chance of knowing the spiritual truths. But just because my father was a Brahmin, and therefore I am a Brahmin, what are you doing now? An accident of birth, you can become a Brahmin. Brahmin there means Brahman, one who is seeking the higher. Carefully think. One who is seeking the higher is called Dvija in Sanskrit. Dvija meaning twice born. A Brahmin, a spiritual seeker, is called a twice born. Really, first time I heard it, even though I am in that culture, I said, what a funny thing, twice born. Nobody is twice born. I'm not a butterfly. Butterfly, I am told, is metamorphosis 2 times. First as an egg, then as a larva, and the larva slowly develops into the wings and starts flying. I have heard it. As twice born? Now really it is true, twice born. Once we are all born from the mother's womb. Even though we are thus born out of the restrictions of the mother's womb, into a wider world, no doubt. But today, all of us are again in a womb conditioned by the mind and intellect. Isn't it? That's why we are going to a psychiatrist. Conditioned by our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions. To hatch out of it is to reach the spiritual. This is called twice born. Once born as we are, into the limitations created by the womb of my own mind and intellect. To come out of it is the full stature of the divine, the higher, and drop the low. Just as from the womb, in the womb also you are human. But there, see the limited, restricted, tragic situation there as compared with the relatively vast world into which you have come, the great possibilities when you are a human being here, with your physical body, your performance, and your mind, with your emotions and feelings, and your thoughts and ideas and ideals and concepts. The sky is the limit of your achievement, admitted. This splendor of your splendid life is nothing compared to it. Get out of this womb into a still vaster, infinite state. And that is called true liberation. The Christian church, Bible calls it a liberation. A liberation of my personality today from the restricting shackles of personality created by the physical, mental, and intellectual sheaths to the freedom of the divine. This is indicated. Mohidam nabhijanati, deluded by the mind. We remain in the lower plane of consciousness in which we are at this moment. And we are not able to understand the higher nature, not of a God above the clouds, please. My own higher nature I cannot understand, because I am limited by, restricted by, cowed down by, enwrapped in, shackled with my own mental and intellectual limitation, perversion. And I will not understand. That is a tragedy. I will not understand it is a perversion. Others recognize it and laugh at it. I can't understand why they are laughing. Ooh. I become all the more angry. Thus limited. Cowed down. Have you seen that Christmas Eve? Decent people walking along the sidewalks. Why? Christmas Eve. So 4 or 5 drinks have gone in. They have forgotten their own status, what they are doing. And they don't know what they are doing. And they keep wrong relationship with others. They have themselves forgotten who they are. So any lamppost is my brother. Darling, when did you come from Florida? Now others stand there and watch this commercial. And even when they are watching, you don't know that you are doing it. Anybody is a brother. Anybody. You don't know how to keep right relationship with anything. You cross the road. You are not afraid of anything. Stop the car and then cross. Why? And he also understands. Ayo, poor fellow. He is not walking straight. And he sympathetically stops the car, if possible. Why? Because he knows that certain days I am also like that. Why is it so? In the drink and the delusion of the drink, you have forgotten yourself, and therefore you don't know how to keep the right relationship. When that fumes of the drink is gone, the toxin percentage in the system has gone down. Hey, what am I doing? Where am I? Here, I'm dirty. Immediately you look for a taxi, call the taxi, get it, and say the address. That is all that you say. And the taxi driver also doesn't want to talk to you because he has understood what is the condition. Because he has taken so many people like that. You understand how? At this moment, that divine nature is not known, drunk by the delusions of the thought. We have come to the misunderstanding that I am this, and there we are. So then they don't understand me, ebhyaha, from these, anyaha, something higher, nobler than these, is thy true destiny, O man. You're not limited. Nothing can limit you. Everything is in you. You are not in them. I am in the body, but you are in the body. The body is in you. The universe itself is a disturbance in you, the consciousness. Yes, slight disturbance. Sometimes the consciousness is conscious of it. Such a vast, a mighty state of perfection and bliss is your nature. Not understanding it, you have jam-packed yourself to be the limited entity within. I don't know whether you have tried somebody's shoe which is half a number less and walked around the block. The agony of it. Why? The shoe is a little smaller. And the shopkeeper has promised you that if you go round 3 times around the block, it will become settled. It will take the shape of your funny leg. Your pain will not be there. But that first time what a pain. When the feet is pushed into half a number less. That's all. Now this infinite essence is your true nature. You have jam-packed it into a physical body of 6 feet, 52 inches. And then you say, I am uncomfortable. Uncomfortable? You are miserable. You cannot be happy because you are that infinitude and you misunderstood that I am this limited one. Naturally, nobody can feel comfortable or happy. To come to realize this great truth is to recognize my true being or the real nature, in which the lower nature is only in one corner. They are in me, I am not in them. When this understanding has come, you have released yourself from all the entanglements of matter. Matter can no longer entrap. You are the master of the world of matter there afterwards. What a pity, deluded by the thoughts of the good, the bad, the indifferent. The individual today not able to recognize something other than this lower nature. The higher nature is not recognized. The call of Vedanta is a whispering in your heart or in your ears. Hey, you are not this. Get up. You are higher. A king generally he goes in the evening through an underground passage, private passage, to the minister's house next door. And there he gets drunk with the minister and again, late in the night, about 9:30 or 10, the minister comes up to this end and Rajan, go and bye-bye, see you later. The king comes. And the minister locks that iron gate and he goes to his room. This has been every day happening. One day, maybe Christmas Eve, the king had 3 extra. So the minister said, Maharaj, you are not quite all right, shall I help you? He said, no. A drunkard will never accept that he is helpless. He said, no, you go. So he locked the door a bit. The king got up the steps, came to the veranda or the porch, and there the door is there. Just behind the door is his precious bedroom, where all the soldiers and servants are all waiting there for the king to come. The door is locked and the king has got the key in the pocket. The king came up to the door, tried to push it, tried to use all his help or strength. No, the door is not opening. He forgot that the key is in his pocket. He stands on the terrace and he is looking out in utter despair. I am locked out. How will I enter? By the time darkness became thicker, clouds have come. They started grinning at him and lightning and thunder. A storm is rising. And the poor man stands in that utter darkness and cries out, "Oh, is there not anybody to help me, save me? Rain is coming, cold has come, I am feeling cold, how will I go inside?" By the time the thunder and the lightning and the rain started, so he can't stand in the terrace. So he moved nearer the door. And he's standing there and despairing. His wife, the queen, standing on the back inside the door, is whispering through the door, "Hey Rajan, O king, on your right coat pocket, right coat pocket, I think the key is there. Put the key. Dad, this much you must do. You need not open the door, we will open the door. But turn the key. Please turn the key. Key. Do you think that fellow will understand? He's trying. This whispering that comes to our ears is the sound of the scriptures of the world. All the prophets and masters, all the scriptures, Mother Shruti, is in all her humbleness. He's whispering, "Hey, man, open the door. Look, turn the key. The rest we will do it. Turn your attention towards me. Rest all I will do. Oh, please do it. Please do it." But Mohidam Abhijanam, I am drunk with my own mental attitudes that I don't hear what they are. Religion thus whispers the secret to man's ears when he is despair. He is dread. The world seems to be cloudy and darkened. The storms brewing, the rains pelting, cold he is feeling. But he, the prince or the king of kings, he sees that he has been homeless, roofless, and nobody to look up. All that he has to do is take the key from his pocket, put it into the hole, and turn. The rest, the lady will open it, then the soldiers will come, the king need not even walk, he will be lifted and carried, he will be undressed, he will be covered, the food will come warm to the bed. Everything is ready there for the infinite happiness, but man will not do it. Why? Drunk. See that this word is very, very significant. Mohidam, because of the moha, the utter delusion, deluded by the thoughts. The individual conditioned by his own thoughts. Alas, he is not able to understand the whisperings of the spiritual truths, the great spiritual idea, the core, the higher. We have no ears to hear. And the key is with you. You are nobody other than the king himself, the ruler, the controller, the regulator. But at this moment, what a sad plight. In your own palace, you are an exile. Self-exiled from your own glory. The lady, out of respect and reverence, the Hindu wife, he cannot say that, "Oh, stupid! You're going to..." Rajan. Because she knows who you are. Oh, Rajan. Oh, children of light. Why are you suffering thus? You are the master of your life. You are not a victim. Come up, wake up! This kind of a surging, roaring, thundering message is the message of the dance. The sample of it, you see that. With a great sorrow in his mind, the Lord says, what to do? Because deluded by their own thoughts, they don't recognize me. Not that I am anything other than them, but when the moment they awake, they realize. Mohitam nabhijanadi mam ebhya paramabhya. I who am ebhya from these lower nature that constitute the lower nature, param, transcending them all, higher than all, abhyayam, immutable. Once you reach there is no end to it, yes, you cannot leave it. Why? Because that is timeless, and therefore once you know it, no change can come in that knowledge. You are permanently there. It is an eternal gain. Alas, nobody turns towards it. The teacher points out something subtler. Where does these thoughts arise? They are only expressions and manifestations of the subtle vasanas. These vasanas are trigunatmika, of the three gunas, or the sattvic vasana, rajasic vasana, tamasic vasana. And they manifesting or expressing at the intellectual and mental level are called the desires and the thoughts, which we have said in the very beginning, the introduction. These vasanas of the three kinds, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, they are also considered divine. Divine in the sense that they are able to control, regulate, determine the behavior of the individual in his equipments of the body, mind and intellect. The vasanas determine my performance in the world outside. He is the master, the controller, the regulator. Thus the teacher points out, Devi.
दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतान्तरन्ति ते
These vasanas in each one of us is technically called as avidya, ignorance. Only meaning ignorance of the higher, caused by this maya or avidya, which when expressed at the mental and intellectual level is more vividly seen as the thought wall, the wall of thoughts, curtain of thoughts. They are caused by the vasanas, and the vasanas in each individual is called by a technical term avidya, ignorance. Ignorance means what? The ignorance of the higher nature is caused by the vasanas in us, which in their turn manifest as thoughts and desires and agitations. And these thoughts are of three kinds, because the vasanas in ourselves is of three kinds. This avidya or ignorance or the total vasanas are consisting of the three types of vasanas, the sattvic, the rajasic and the tamasic. In all of us, there are the noble tendencies, there are the agitating tendencies, restless tendencies, there are the dull, sleepy tendencies, tamasic tendencies. Now, thus I project my world and live a world of joy or sorrow according to my vasana. You live according to your vasana. He lives by his vasanas. Each individual has come into this world to live his vasanas and exhaust them. There is no freedom in that sense of the term. He is forced and compelled to live. In whatever situation you may place, he will seek the fulfillment of his own desires and agitations, as ordered by his own vasanas. Plant, animal, and human. Think.